Hi everyone, now we are going to do a quick demo on the UCS integration script for OpenStack. Looking at it at a high level, the UCS integration kit for OpenStack are Python scripts which run on a build server, and it configures a UCS domain for OpenStack cluster bringup. A UCS domain, as you know, comprises of blades and rack servers which are managed through a single point of management, which is a UCS manager or a UCSM. In our case, the build server is outside the UCS domain. That is, it is not hosted on UCS. How the build server is built is documented on the Cisco Developer Network and given at the following URLs also. I'll be discussing this step in the next slide. The integration kit assumes that the UCSM has the initial configuration and is available on the network for the build server to talk to. That is, the rack, stack, and initial configuration, which are your typical day zero activities, are already done. The script, when executed, takes input from a template file, which is the UCS_conf_template file, which needs to be customized. Things like IP addresses, MAC pools, VLANs, etc., which are site specific, are defined in it. The script, upon execution, will log into UCSM, do a server discovery, and configure things like MAC and server pools, service profile templates, service profiles, and associate them to servers, all of which is defined in the UCS_conf_template. Once the servers boot with the appropriate service profile, Cobbler and Puppet are used to pixie install the operating system and the OpenStack app on them, and all the relevant configuration to get the OpenStack cluster operational. Looking at the build server installation, for the build server installation, one needs to start off with Ubuntu 12.04 operating system, as it has been validated on that. After the installation, the requisite packages are to be downloaded via apt-get. Once the OS piece is done, the Cisco OpenStack packages, which include the Puppet manifests, are to be downloaded from GitHub as shown. Then the Python modules need to be downloaded via apt-get. Next piece is basically what the core of the integration is, where you download the integration scripts and edit the relevant files required. So the files which are to be edited are UCS_conf_template.conf, the IP list, and the site.yaml. All the files are internally documented and are to be tuned as per the environment. Now that is done, one can execute the integration script, providing it with the relevant arguments. Now quickly jumping on to a setup to show you how the integration works. So I'm logged into the build server, and if you were to execute the UCS Python script with the help argument, it will tell you the arguments that it's supposed to take, and that this configures the necessary policies, identities, and port related information. Now to execute this script, we'll be using the following command line. So this is where I'm executing the script. The UCSM IP address is, in my case, is 10.1.100. This is the UCSM username. This is the password, and this is the configuration file. I'm also setting the debug to true so we can get verbose messages, and also the app name is OpenStack. So I'm executing it now. At this time, it goes about and configures UCSM. So if I look at my UCSM right now, I don't have anything created, but now slowly the service profile templates and the service profiles will be populated. So if I was to come back to UCSM right now, as you can see, under service profiles, it has created one control service profile and two compute nodes, because this is what my configuration stated. And at this time, it's doing an association to a blade in my case. And once the service profile is associated, it will power on the blade and do a pixie install of the operating system and subsequently Puppet will take over, which will install the OpenStack app on it. So for the sake of time, at this time I will be pausing the recording, and we'll come back to it once the OpenStack installation is done.